cuff bracelets. And quality of Kingman Turquoise, that's that American, again, turquoise mine that everybody is clamoring towards to get this incredible high blue color, and in the larger sizes. You have 5 23 by 13 millimeter, beautifully matched, large oval, individually set, handcrafted turquoise pieces that are select or in a cuff bracelet in 3 sizes. So that's a first. We've never done that. We're offering petite/small that we say comfortably will fit up to about a 6 3/4, 7-inch wrist. We have your small dash medium that will fit up to about a 7.5-inch. And then we also have the medium dash large that comfortably fit up to 8 inches, if not more, because it is a true cuff. So it is fully self-adjustable. Now, don't be sideswiped here when you look at this one day only price at $279.95. I just keep going back to that because even at $379.95, our cuffs are our #1 top sellers. To get cuff bracelet predominantly of this high, incredible, I call it like a neon, a lit within turquoise blue of that type of intensity. Well, again, when you look at the retail, over a $500 purchase. And only today, while sizes remain, are we honoring this $100 off? 5 monthly flex payments, 6 with your HSN charge card. Tell us about these fabulous. Earlier we had the chance to talk, and what a great honor of the artisan, Bucky, who created this.
Yes, this trio that we have here was made by Jimson and Bucky Belen. They're both cousins, and to honor Bucky's father, who had recently passed away earlier this year, they decided to make this in honor of him, and so here's Bucky right here.
Oh, and his father was one of the original
first silversmiths for Running Bear for a long, very, very long time.
And what are we looking at here, Jennifer?
You're going to see them both working on the TS that we have. So what they're doing is first heating the triangle wire with a jeweler's torch, and then they're going to shape and form it into an oval shape. And then when that piece is soldered together, the design of the frame, after the first process is done, will come together as he shapes it from the oval shape.
And look at the individual tools, no machinery whatsoever.
No gloves, nothing.
No gloves, right? Wow, and Bucky was saying any one of the today's special takes up to 4 days to make.
So after everything is marked and soldered together and sawed with a jewelry file, it's smoothed to a finish, and then the bezel is set to hold the stone. When the process comes to life, the frame and the bezel are soldered together on the bottom plate. And when the piece is cooled down, the artist uses a jeweler's saw and cuts out the piece, and this is repeated 5 times. And then the bracelet shank is made after it is shaped and soldered, then hammered into the cuff shape. Finally, the 5 tops are soldered onto the shank, and when this process is done, the artist has to be careful not to heat it too much from the torch, or it'll burn the piece, or either not enough heat will melt the solder that holds the piece together.
And they're ultimately, as you're seeing, even taking it out of the heat.
Yes.
It's all done with hand clamps.
Pack it, or the whole process will just be ruined.
Unreal. And to go back to what's happening on the day today, now well over half the quantity has been selected. I'm going to check with my producer. First time we've ever offered a cuff bracelet of this size and magnitude of Kingman Turquoise. If you would like the petite small, I have fewer than 300 for the remainder of the day. So think about that for a minute. And that's what I'm wearing. I normally wear like a 6.5-inch bracelet and not able to usually wear the longer pieces, like, obviously, or the larger cuff bracelets.
Oh, yes.
So it's nice to have that. And vice versa for men and for women that have, need an 8, 8 1/4, they'll be able to wear this in the medium large.
And actually, it took about 4 men to design and make this jeweler. And so with Jimson and Bucky, they had the help from the master silversmith, Mike Smith, and also an upcoming artist, David Lopez. David was trained by Mike and Jimson to help keep the tradition of the Navajo jewelry silversmithing alive. And after the silver work is complete, the piece is oxidized and polished on a high polishing wheel. And then each and every piece is inlaid perfectly and matched to each and every stone, and so it's polished to a high shine.
Oh, it will take your breath away. That I promise you. Our #1 key selling all Chaco Canyon jewelry pieces is the cuff bracelet. And the issue there is that your cuff bracelets, because they are so time consuming, are there's much more metal involved, much more workmanship. So they're typically much more expensive. So today to have this opportunity, and I love this about HSN for so many reasons, this direct, obviously, opportunity to offer something like this of this caliber normally at just under $400. But today, $100 off our normal price. And one other thing I want to mention, the earrings, the matching pendant, also from the exact same, and we're going to show you the rough from the Kingman Turquoise, goes back beautifully. It's not often that we have an entire suite. Everything that we're offering in Chaco Canyon today, we do have 5 monthly flex payments or 6 monthly flex payments when you shop with your HSN charge card. We also have a lot of exciting things going on. Extra protection plan on our today's special. We understand, you know, it's an heirloom piece and it's a lifetime purchase, so we want you to shop with confidence, and if there's any issues with the stone and everyday wear and tear, it will be protected. So I know many of you are jumping on and taking advantage of that. It's a smart thing to do. But as we're into midday now, and a very rare opportunity, we were chatting earlier, and we said there's been years where we haven't been able to do one today's special,
let alone
in Chaco Canyon, let alone something of this magnitude, right?
Yes.
It's so true. And then, you know, equally proportioned and balanced is the matching ring, which I know is starting to lose sizes. So yes, if you've been kind of contemplating, and I never ever want to rush you on any decision, but this is definitely going to be gone well before the end of the day, and we'll be selling out of individual sizes. And I don't want you to have buyer's regret. You know, just one of these stones, to give everybody an example, and if I could take the rough that you have, the larger rough, or even just to see how rare it is to be able to cut in that millimeter, right?
Yes.
And to get it that clean.
That, and especially just think that all of that with what you have, these makes what you have on right there.
Right there. Nothing else.
Yes.
You know, just the, you know, the stamping and all of that.
Oh,
no.
yes.
Is that wild? So okay, have a seat for a second and watch what it takes, up to 4 days to make this cuff bracelet. And we'll take you through the process. We had it was wonderful meeting Bucky, the artisan. He had the opportunity to call in earlier. It's the first time I had any of the artisans call in, so it was exciting.
Okay, right here, he's soldering the triangle wire. Then on the bottom, he's gonna form the shape, the oval shape of the triangle that you have there, and he's gonna solder it together. And then after that process is done, what he's doing is he's gonna mark the piece with a pencil using a jeweler's saw. Then the design starts to come together. Then each of the lines are then sawed out. Then using a jewelry file, the piece is filed to a smooth finish. Next, the bezel is made to hold the stone. The piece then starts to come to life when the frame and bezel are soldered onto the bottom plate, as you see there. When the piece is cooled down, using an artist using a jeweler's saw then cuts out the piece. And this process, as it goes along, it's going to be repeated 5 times. Then when it's done, it's going to be hammered into the cuff shape. Then finally, the 5 tops are going to be soldered onto the shank as the process goes along, as you can see there. And so the artist has to be careful, because too much heat from the torch will burn the piece, and not enough heat then will not melt the solder that holds the piece together. So it takes a very talented artist to make a piece like this.
And we said earlier, I mean, the hours, the labor, the time, the love, and you feel that in these pieces, but it has become almost that of a lost art. I don't even want to say almost that. It has become very much a lost art. And we were talking before about how in many of the families that, and this is a perfect example where Bucky's father was, obviously an amazing silversmith, and he passed that on to his son. And you were saying that it's getting more and more difficult for many of the younger generation now to keep their interest in this same type of technique in jewelry making.
But it's good to teach them young, and especially just like how we have David Lopez, and so he started out, polishing, cutting, either making silver stamps, and so when the other artisans like to know if a younger generation wants to do something like that and they're interested, genuinely interested, they're going to take the time to pass on their master techniques to the different artisans that we have, over at in New Mexico.
And you see the sense of pride. And if you're getting more than one, as many of our collectors are doing, no two are ever alike.
No.
Ever alike. And it's the perfect time of the year. As we mentioned, I love, as we're going into spring, you're wearing a beautiful, rich purple, royal purple. I'm wearing corals. Imagine with your whites and with your denim that Angie's wearing. These are the most sought after color, hands down. That robin's egg blue, that high blue. It is all American mined. This is Kingman Turquoise, but no joke here. I mean, 23 by 13 millimeter. These are exceptionally sized. We have three, speaking of sizes, petite dash small, getting most limited, and then medium dash large is also now fewer than, I think, 300? Okay, so men and women alike, and then the medium or your small dash medium, which is gonna be more for the average, but just framed beautifully, all done by hand. I wanted to show you the backing on this quickly. We're gonna go out to the phones. We are busy. We're gonna see a clock up on the screen in the next few moments. What a wonderful, true rare experience for us to do a today's special in a cuff bracelet. Massive stone. I mean, I love it. If you're gonna go bold, right? You really want something that's gonna stand out beautifully. Yeah, you have it on by yourself on your right hand, and then double on your right, or vice versa. Everything's backwards on television. Kathy in California, thank you so much for joining us. Did you order our today's special?
I did, and the matching ring.
Oh,
nice.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, tell us.
I want to tell you the reason I ordered it is a couple or 3 years ago, I bought Chaco Canyon with a cuff and a ring and the pendant with amethyst stones and another stone. I can't think of the name of it. And I love it and wear it so much. And I wish you'd bring that back sometime. But I think this will look beautiful with that.
Oh, it'd be absolutely gorgeous. And what a day to be able to get a beautiful signature bracelet to go back to those pieces. And
yes. And I wear them all the time. It's some of my favorite jewelry.
Oh, I love to hear that. Well, I'm delighted that you were shopping with us and you were able to get your size and especially able to get that matching ring, because I know that's also getting real limited on the all sizes, they're saying at this point,
Right.
Kathy.
But I just want to compliment them on the one with the amethyst and that light green stone as well. I can't think of the name of it.
Is it peridot or appraisiolite?
Yes, peridot. And there was a pendant, and there was a bracelet and a ring. So beautiful. I wish they'd make that again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kathy, they're listening. They listen to every one of the shows.
It's so beautiful, and I get so many compliments. It's so different.
Good. That's great advice, or a great recommendation. And anytime, you're right, we do a gemstone with this beautiful turquoise from Native American, they are always very popular. So wonderful suggestion. Enjoy the today's special and the matching ring. I wish we could be there with you when you open it. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Bye, Kathy. All righty, final minute right now remaining. Petite dash small. We have small dash medium, and we also have the medium dash large available for you. All three sizes. It's a true cuff. Are you wearing, what size do you have on right now?
This is the large.
So you have on the medium dash large, and you normally wear about a wrist size 7 3/4, maybe?
About, yes,
8?
about there.
Okay, somewhere in there. And to have this range of custom made, and you really are, when you think about it, it's about as custom made as you could possibly ask for, because they're custom sized. This is Kingman Turquoise, 5 individual beautiful stones, last few seconds remaining. Remember, with the HSN charge card, good grief, it's gonna be under, what, $60? Under, wait, about, just about $49, somewhere in that ballpark, to get this at home in the next couple days with your unconditional guarantee.